The Tesla Model 3 is a car that continuously finds itself in the media spotlight. It is known for being Tesla's 100% electric small sedan with futuristic interior and amazing technology. The Tesla Model 3 has grown increasingly popular as sales continue to rise year after year. I purchased my 2021 Tesla Model 3 6 months ago, and today I will walk you through all of the costs associated to my Tesla. The first thing is, of course, the car itself. I purchased the 2021 Tesla Model 3 Long Range, which right now goes for $48,990. Now, of course, there is still included taxes and fees that are associated with it, but that also depends on where you live. If you're interested in learning more about the taxes and fees that I personally paid, make sure to check out my video, How Much I Paid for My Tesla Model 3. I'll link that video above and in the description down below as well. And then of course, I put down money on my Tesla, which I discussed in that video, but you can put down whatever you think is fitting for your financial situation or whatever you personally want to do. Next, you always need to insure your vehicle, but the level of insurance depends on the state in which you live. In my state, I live in North Carolina and I have 2 cars insured as well as my house. So I have a Tesla Model 3 and also a Toyota Tundra. And together, both of those cars cost me $110 a month in insurance. Like I said, my house is also bundled, so my house does affect the price of my car insurance as well. But it's really hard to understand exactly how much it really affects it. Another important note here is that a Model 3 or Teslas in general are usually higher to insure than any other sedan. So the cost is higher because the Tesla Model 3 has fewer parts than a typical sedan. So if one part does get damaged, then you do have to replace a larger part than maybe on another sedan you could just replace a small piece. So you will typically see that the cost of insurance is a bit higher on the Tesla Model 3. You will definitely want to shop around to check to see which insurance company is the cheapest. I've personally found that Geico is the cheapest for my certain situation, but definitely check out all of the options so that you know you're getting the best price. Before you get your Tesla or after you get your Tesla, you also might want to think about adding a charger at home if you're able to do so. There are a couple different charging options, but the prices do vary. The fastest at-home charging is actually offered by Tesla, and you can purchase this from their website. They sell a wall connector for $500, which actually qualifies for a 30% tax credit still, plus the cost of hiring an electrician to install the equipment. This is an at-home charger and will get you up to 44 miles per hour of charging, which is fantastic compared to the 5 to 6 miles per hour you would get with a 120 volt charger that comes with the car. The second at-home charging option is to get the 240 volt installed by an electrician, which can add about 20 to 30 miles per hour. This cost will vary by electrician and you will need to buy an adapter from Tesla, which will cost $45. The installation cost for this in my area is around $500. Make sure to call around to shop around for the best price. Keep in mind though, you can use a typical outlet at home and charge your Tesla about 5 to 6 miles per hour. Now, this isn't a lot, but if you don't do a lot of driving, then you could use this as an everyday charging option. I have been using this as a charging option for the last 6 months as I did not install another charger yet in my home. And it's been working out pretty well. If I do need more of a charge, I will go to a supercharger that is located nearby to supercharge really fast if I'm going on a trip. But I personally don't drive very much and just using a regular outlet at home has sufficed. But just a note here, supercharging is more expensive than charging at home. So if you are looking for the most cost-effective option, you'll definitely want to look into installing a charger at your house. After buying a new car, the next thing you'll want to look into are accessories to personalize your vehicle. After purchasing my Tesla, the first thing I did was purchase new floor mats. I was not impressed by the quality of the floor mats that came with the Tesla Model 3. They were carpeted and just didn't feel like the same quality as the rest of the car. So I quickly replaced those with all-weather floor mats, and that was the best decision I made. My floor mats were $180, and you can get them kind of around that price point, and I think that it was 100% worth it. I'll link mine down below. Currently, as I'm making this video, they look like they're unavailable at the moment, but I'll also link a second option as well that have seemed to look pretty good and have great reviews. So either one of these could be a great option. The next thing I purchased was the center console organizer, and this was recommended actually by you guys to me. I was needing a place for my sunglasses, and you guys said that this was the perfect solution. And it has been amazing, and it's probably one of my favorite accessories now to date. It's also only $20, so it's, a great deal. The center console is very much like a big dark hole, and so having the center console organizer, it just seems like it came with the car. It fits so perfectly, and I'm just so happy I bought it. So if you're interested in that as well, I'll link all the accessories that I've personally purchased and have in my car today. I'll link them all down below in case you guys are interested as well. I spent about $400 on extra accessories for my vehicle, so if this is something that you're also wanting to do, just make sure to budget this into the total cost of the Model 3. One of the major benefits of owning an EV like a Tesla is having less maintenance needed for the vehicle. Typically in the United States, Americans spend about $400 a year on car maintenance alone. Let's go through what to expect in car maintenance for your Tesla. The first thing you need to maintain on the Tesla is the cabin air filter, which needs to be changed every 2 to 3 years, which costs anywhere from $60 to $200. The next thing you will need to do is a tire rotation every 10,000 to 12,000 miles, which will cost anywhere between $35 to $100. Teslas also need to have their brake fluid tested every 2 to 3 years, which will cost about $100. You will also need to get your air conditioning serviced every 2 to 6 years, depending on which model you drive. This will cost about $50. Drivers who live in colder climates will need to perform winter car care, which means you need to lubricate the brake calipers every 12 months, or 12,500 miles. If you were to follow this maintenance schedule, you would spend about $300 a year, depending on how much you drive. Last but not least, the final major cost is fueling your vehicle. As you guys know, Teslas are all electric, and there are a couple different ways to charge your vehicle. The first option are superchargers, and superchargers are the fastest way of charging your vehicle. Although they are the fastest, superchargers are also the most expensive option. V2 superchargers will charge at around 600 miles per hour. The cost of these chargers are around 24 cents per kilowatt hour. From my experience, it costs around $12 to $16 to completely fill up your car. This is way cheaper than going to the gas station. When it comes to at-home charging, the second option, there are so many factors that impact the cost of home charging. The average electricity rate in the United States is 10.42 cents per kilowatt hour. So your cost should be somewhere around this depending on where you live. I will link a chart down below so you can see the cost in your state. This means that charging at home could cost you about half of what a supercharger can cost. Now, like I said, it depends on the location, but it also depends on the time of year and the season and the time of day you're actually charging as well. Some power companies charge more during peak hours, so make sure to give them a call to understand what those hours are so that you can schedule your Tesla to charge during off-peak hours to save even more money. In addition to the Tesla Model 3 itself, these are some added costs to consider before purchasing the Tesla Model 3. In addition to the Tesla Model 3 itself, these are just some added costs to consider before buying the Model 3. Now, this does depend on your driving and also your charging habits. Please let me know in the description down below what you purchased with your Tesla or what you plan on purchasing with your Tesla. If you found this information useful, please give me a like down below as that really helps out my channel. Also, just a heads up, I'm changing my posting days to now Tuesday and Thursday instead of Thursday and Saturday. It is just summertime, and I think I want to be more outside during the weekends, and I think maybe you guys do as well. So I'm going to change it to Tuesday for the time being so that it will also fall on a weekday. But I will post an extra video on Saturday still if I have the time during the week. But that's just a heads up, I'm going to start doing that next week. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.